Let's just be honest for a second. For so many of us, the workday is just this constant barrage of pings, notifications, and, of course, back-to-back meetings. It feels like they just multiply, right? And all the while, real decisions just seem to stall out. We're talking more than ever, but it feels like we're achieving less. We call it collaboration, but really it feels a lot more like chaos. So today, we're going to dive into a system that's designed to transform that chaos into a clear, predictable cadence.
But first, I want to start with this really powerful idea from author Patrick Lencioni. He says, the problem isn't the meetings themselves. The problem is that bad meetings, well, they're often just a reflection of bad leadership. So, if we can fix the meetings, we can actually become better leaders. All right, so let's play doctor for a minute and diagnose this problem. Let's get to the root cause of all our meeting frustration. I mean, why do so many of them feel like a complete and utter waste of time? Well, according to Lencioni, it really just boils down to two fundamental issues. First off, they lack drama. Now, hold on, this doesn't mean we need people shouting and flipping tables. It means constructive conflict, that healthy tension you get when you're wrestling with issues that have real stakes. Without that, meetings are just boring. And second, they lack context. We just throw everything, strategy, tactics, random updates, into one long meandering conference call, and everyone's left wondering, wait, what was the point of this again? And this, right here, this lays out the two paths a meeting can take perfectly. On one side, you've got the meetings we all know and, well, dread. They're boring, they're unfocused, and they are completely draining. But on the other side, when you inject that good kind of drama and a crystal clear context, meetings become engaging, focused, and can actually leave the team feeling energized. Imagine that. So let's get to the solution. How do we actually build a system that works? Well, if the problem is a lack of focus and structure, then the cure is to intentionally build a predictable rhythm for how we communicate.
And here's the core idea, which might sound a little counterintuitive. The solution isn't necessarily fewer meetings. It's having the right meetings at the right time. This structure is what actually gives you the freedom to shut off the constant noise of pings and distractions. By creating these dedicated spaces for specific conversations, you free everyone up to do deep, focused work the rest of the time. So this is what that rhythm looks like in practice. It's a series of interlocking meetings, and each one has a very distinct purpose. You've got a quick daily touch point for tactical alignment, a deeper weekly dive for problem solving, a monthly review for accountability, and a quarterly session to really reset that big picture strategy. Each one builds on the last. Now, for this explainer, we're going to focus on the first three, the daily, the weekly, and the monthly meetings that really form the core of your operational rhythm.
Let's start with the absolute foundation of this rhythm, the quick but incredibly powerful daily meeting. You might know it as the daily huddle or the stand-up. The objective here is so simple. Keep the team aligned and create a clear game plan to win the day. That's it. And the time commitment is critical. This is not a long, drawn-out discussion. We're talking a sharp, focused 10 to 15-minute check-in, in and out. You know, this quote from Horst Schulze, who actually pioneered the daily huddle at Ritz-Carlton, it nails the value perfectly. A consistent daily touchpoint completely eliminates that classic excuse of, well, nobody ever told me. It creates this radical clarity and just makes sure everyone is on the exact same page.
And the agenda? It couldn't be simpler. Think of it like reading the headlines of a newspaper. First, what are the key updates from yesterday? Second, what's the plan for today? And third, and this one is absolutely crucial, where are you stuck? Now, this isn't the time to solve the problem right then and there. It's just about raising the flag so you can get the help you need after the meeting is over. Okay, now let's move on to the weekly meeting. This is where the real meaty work of setting priorities, having debates, and driving execution gets done. You can think of this as the real engine room of the whole system.
So the weekly tactical is a dedicated 90-minute session, and it's designed to do three things: review key metrics, make sure your big quarterly priorities, which are often called rocks in this system, are on track, and most importantly, solve the real issues that are holding the team back. The meeting always starts by looking back. After a quick human check-in, you review the scoreboard. Now, this isn't just about reading off data points. It's about making a judgment call. Did we win the week, and why? From there, you quickly review the status of your quarterly rocks. And finally, you hold each other accountable for the commitments everyone made in the previous week. Now this is the core of the meeting. After getting some quick headlines directly from the customer's voice, you move to the most critical part, the list. This is where you're going to spend the majority of your time, tackling a prioritized list of the team's most important topics and obstacles. You make real decisions here, before doing a final checkout to make sure everyone is clear on what's next.
Okay, let's zoom out to the monthly meeting. This session is all about making sure the business stays financially healthy and strategically sound. It's where you take a harder look at the numbers and those big, ambitious goals.
And if you're wondering why this is so important, just look at this statistic from Dun & Bradstreet. A shocking 90% of small business failures are linked to poor cash flow. I mean, you simply cannot afford to ignore the financial health of your business. This meeting is non-negotiable. So this meeting is a bit longer. We're talking 2 to 4 hours, and it has two very clear objectives. First, to do a really deep dive into the financials to improve the company's fiscal health. And second, to make sure the leadership team is maintaining ownership and, importantly, momentum on all those major quarterly initiatives.
And the agenda is built for this comprehensive review. It kicks off with a check-in, then moves right into that deep dive on the financial reports. Next, the leadership team gives real, substantive updates on their rocks. Then, the bulk of the time is spent solving one or two major issues that are impacting those financials or strategic goals, before you wrap it all up with crystal clear action items.
So what's the payoff for implementing this entire rhythm? Well, the constant noise of pings and emails starts to die down. The team starts asking better, more strategic questions. Execution becomes focused and disciplined. And maybe most importantly, your team can finally stop just reacting to everything and actually start enjoying the climb again.
And that's the ultimate goal, isn't it? You're not just managing tasks anymore. You're truly leading. You replace a culture of frantic reaction with a powerful, proactive rhythm of leadership.
So, I guess the crucial point is this. Take a hard, honest look at your own calendar. Are your meetings draining, unfocused, chaotic? Or are they engaging, productive, and actually energizing? Because at the end of the day, they are a direct reflection of your leadership.